This short video focuses on the early struggles and growth of a young girl, Mia, in a poor village somewhere in Europe. The first part of the story introduces her challenges with fitting in, her sense of isolation, and her mother's words that inspire her to believe in herself. It's a story of resilience, hope, and the realization that value doesn't come from what you have, but from who you are. Here's the story. Once, in a small village nestled in the heart of Europe, there lived a little girl named Mia. Her village was a place where most people lived simple lives. Many were very poor, but a few of them were successful through small-scale farming. They earned enough from their farm produce and owned farm animals. Rarely they would slaughter a cow or goat for their families. Fortunately, they would generously give chunks of meat to Mia's family. Mia loved these moments so much because meat was a rare delicacy in her household. Even though Mia's family owned a few chickens, they tried to preserve them because there were only a few of them. One could count families who had bigger houses, shiny things, and food in abundance. Mia lived in a small, humble hut, just like most of the other families. Farming didn't help them earn money because they could not afford the fertilizers and all the necessary resources needed. They only grew enough food to survive. From a young age, Mia could feel the difference. While her family sat around a small fire eating simple food, she often found herself watching the well-off families, wondering what it would be like to have more. She noticed their children wore bright clothes, shoes that didn't wear out, and they always seemed to have nice toys to play with. She always longed to have her own doll. She imagined dressing it in bright colors and carrying it on her back. Mia didn't have any of those things, but she hoped of having them one day. When Mia was 5, she tried so hard to fit in. She watched the other children laughing and playing with their toys, and thought that if she had one too, maybe they'd let her join. But toys were rare in Mia's world, and her family could hardly afford food, let alone a toy from a shop. So she asked her parents for a doll at least. Mia's mother managed to hand-make a staffed doll. Mia was over the moon. She openly showed off her doll to her friends. At least she owned her own doll, even though it was not bought from a shop. Mia spent many hours outside, drawing pictures in the dirt with a stick. She drew houses, animals, and the bright clothes she wished she could wear. She was full of imagination. Every day, she would try to make something new, a creation of her own. But even though she worked hard, children from better-off families never fully accepted her. She was treated as the poor girl, but she never gave up. As the days passed, Mia desired so much to play with children from well-off families. She would eagerly visit their homes, but Mia's dirty-looking appearance often drew judgmental looks from others. Even though she was only a child, she started to feel that maybe she would never fit in. She didn't have what they had, and no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't change that. But one evening, as she walked home feeling the weight of her loneliness, she wished her parents were rich. Her mother, though poor, always spoke about the future with hope. "One day, Mia, it shall be well with us," she said. She said to Mia, "You may not have riches now, but you have strength inside of you that no one can take away. One day, the world will see you for who you truly are." Those words became part of Mia. She embraced them. They fueled her imagination of a better future. She realized something important. She didn't need to be like anyone. She didn't need shiny toys or fancy clothes. It was okay to be different because who she was inside would be her strength, and she promised herself that one day she would prove it.